Karen neighbor tries to fight a kid. No, I'm not gonna lie. That thumbnail and title is a little bit clickbait. Well, I guess not so much the thumbnail, but the title is a little bit clickbait. But I don't think two grown men were about to fight is as good of a story title as a grown man was about to fight kid. Just two adults fighting each other isn't as intriguing as an adult trying to fight a kid. But nonetheless, my friend that was in the story, he's still pretty young, so basically a kid, right? But yeah, we'll just get right into it. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm pretty excited to tell the story. I never thought I'd have my own Karen neighbor story. I would always be watching those scrubby videos where you had this Karen neighbor. I never thought I had one of my own, which is it's just pretty cool, pretty exciting. Nothing ever really happens in my neighborhood or my town. It's really boring over here. So something finally happened. Now I'm making a YouTube video about it. So let's get right into it. So my friend has these subwoofers installed in his car, and if you don't know what subs are, they basically just amp your bass up for your music, like really loud. I mean, it can be really loud. I mean, you can obviously lower the volume and whatnot, but I mean, if you're putting subs in your car, they're pretty expensive. You're gonna want them to be pretty loud. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bass player. I play bajo Grupo ZMC on Instagram, by the way. I had to plug right there, but I think it's fascinating. I think it's really cool how bass works and everything. I think it's cool how subs are able to shake houses and stuff. So I'm not gonna lie, my friend Subs, he raises the volume a lot. It does shake my house whenever he passes by. I'm sure it shakes the neighborhood, which is why we're here, why I'm telling the story. But I think that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. But I guess some people don't really think it's as cool as I think it is. Because one of these days when my friend was just driving around playing his music, one of the neighbors called the cops. I don't know if it's the same Darren neighbor. We're gonna call the neighbor Darren, and we're gonna call my friend Timothy. Yeah, Darren. I don't know if it was Darren that called the cops the first time. It probably was, but yeah, the cops were called on him for the first time, and the cops didn't really do anything because in order for them to do something about it, it's got to be like he had to be playing that music like really loud at late at night. We have like a curfew like law thing going on, so it had to be late, and it wasn't late. It was like 5 p.m. It was the afternoon. So yeah, the cops didn't really do anything. They didn't really care the first time, right? So yeah, I guess they just gave him a warning. I don't really know. So yeah, next time I hear him pass by, I do hear the music a lot like lower, a lot quieter. But I guess that wasn't enough for Darren over here, because next thing you know, so this is pretty funny. I'll tell my point of view of the story first. So I went to the store with my dad. We drove past, and there was a bunch of cops like by like the street, like down the road that we passed, and they were like, "Oh, what they have here?" And I just didn't really think too much of it because I was like, I don't know. It was kind of a lot of cops. It was like 2 cop cars, which I know doesn't sound a lot, but for here, yeah, that it's a lot. So yeah, seeing 2 cop cars in our neighborhood, I probably should have thought more of it, but I don't know. I didn't. I just didn't really care. I was too focused on going to Menards, So yeah, we just passed by. And I was like, wow, what the heck? That's weird. And I didn't think much of it. And down the drive, my phone was about to die. It was at 1%, so I wasn't really on my phone. I wasn't using it. So but next thing you know, I get a call from my friend. He's like, "Yo, did you check Instagram?" I said, "No, I haven't been on my phone. I also have Instagram notifications off." And he's like, "Yo, you gotta check Instagram right now." And I open up a group chat that I have with some of my friends, and my friend Timothy, and I check, and it's just him spamming this group chat, telling this whole story about, the cops came. I was about to fight this dude. Oh my gosh, we're about to throw hands. It's crazy. And I was reading through them, and basically it summed up to saying, I'll tell his story now. So he was just driving past, and the Darren was right in front of this stop sign. And so obviously what my friend did, follow the law and stop. And I guess he had his subs on. I guess it was a little too loud for comfort for Darren over here. So apparently from what my friend said, and I'm saying from what my friend said, because the story's kind of weird. I think there's a little bit more instigating than he said. But nonetheless, my friend said that the Darren dude came out while he was at the stop, and he was like, he got all mad. He's like, "You gotta turn down the volume. What are you doing?" And yeah, he came up to his car, and then apparently Darren just tried punching him, and that's why I'm saying like it's a little weird. So I think like maybe like my friend was saying like something else, something more. Like I think he definitely did. He's just not telling me, but he definitely instigated a little bit. But I'm not sure what happened, and I'll tell you why in a bit. But yeah, so apparently at some point the Darren tried throwing hands, and I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't matter how much instigating you do, you shouldn't be trying to throw hands over some freaking subs with loud bass. Yeah, that's what Darren did. So Darren is a little bit more in the wrong. I mean, of course, both of them are wrong, I guess, assuming that my friend did instigate. They're both in the wrong, but yeah, definitely shouldn't be trying to throw hands, especially an 18-year-old, just turned 18. So the guy, and then also he threatened to sue. I don't know if that's still gonna happen. I don't know if they might have a court case or not. But yeah, that's when the cops came around, and you know, the guy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna sue you for like 15K or whatever." And if there is a court case going on, I'll tell you guys about it. I'll update you guys. But you know, the cops came, and here's another thing. So I have another friend, and this is why my friend was texting me, because I have a friend that lives right next to Darren, and he has a Ring doorbell camera. And what my friend Timothy was telling me on Instagram, he was telling me, "Yo, you need to hook up your friend, your neighbor, Darren's neighbor." I'll give my friend a name. I'll give him Carlos. You need to call Carlos. He has a camera on his house, and it's the only footage. It's the only place with a camera in that part of the neighborhood, and it has all the footage. It has everything. It'll back me up. If he does want to take this to court, I'll have the proof. And so I text my friend Carlos, right? And so he's like, "All right, I'm on it, bet." And he said he was out of town, but when he said he'd text me when he got home and check the footage. And when he got home and checked the footage, he told me that like since his camera like turns off when there's like no motion, it didn't really catch anything. So all there was on the camera was like 2 pictures of like the guy like walking over there, and that was about it. No footage. So since there was no footage of what actually happened, but I'd assume there wouldn't be a court case because it's just a he said, she said at that point. There'd be no reason to be going to court for. I mean, I guess there is some reason, but like since, like I said, there's no evidence, there's no proof of anything. Nobody knows what really happened, right? So I mean, I guess there might be some witnesses, but kind of doubt it. But yeah, like I said, just a he said, she said thing if they went to court. And yeah, that's about it. That was about as crazy as my neighborhood gets. Yeah, so not the craziest thing, but I guess that is a little wild, little out there. But yeah, pretty cool telling the story. Like I said, never thought I'd have my own Karen neighbor story. If anything else happens, I'll update you guys if you guys want to. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more story times, or if you don't, I'll make whatever content, or at least I try to. And yeah, subscribe, or no joke, no scam, you're gonna have a Karen neighbor that's gonna get loud at your subs. And yeah, follow us on Instagram, Grupo ZMC. I don't have anything on there yet, but we're going to. I'll have stuff on there. But yeah.
Subscribe.